Azazel was one of the fallen angels who revolted against God. He was excellent at the start of time, but his wonderfulness was adulterated after the drop. Azazel had a carnal relationship with the lady, who lived on soil. The natural products of this union would be gotten to be known as Nephilim. Azazel's relatives debased the soil and were cleared absent by God's surge. In hell he is the lord of the Shemites, evil presences that seem like goats. Azazel, who was once an blessed messenger, got to be the curve evil spirit, who speaks to the capital sin fury. When man is beneath the impact of Azazel, he ordinarily commits himself to worshipful admiration. Concurring to the ancient confirmation, the profundities of the sea cover up an immense animal, Leviathan, similar to all creatures that walk on the land, fly within the discus, and swim within the waters. Leviathan was moreover a creation of God. Within the Book of Works, God portrays this colossal monster. The mammoth is comparable to a gigantic ocean-winged serpent. At the locate of it, men are overcome with fear, but no man is courageous sufficient to stir this animal. The thought of overcoming it is sheer figment. God depicts the powerful Leviathan as a colossal animal with colossal control. Because it moves, the beast makes tremendous waves. Its effective mouth has shocking teeth, and its back is secured by columns of shields, so near together that indeed disgust does not stream between them. Let's explain the main history of Azazel. In heaven, God spoke and asked to create in the angels heavenly beings who would fiercely protect the earth. So he created Gregory as a pure and faithful angel who would always serve him. Gregory's task was to watch over people from heaven, track their every movement, and report it to the Creator. Therefore, these powerful angels were called guardians and were led by one of the most powerful angels in heaven. The principal guardian of the angelic legion, an important seraph named Azazel, forever guards, guides, and oversees the actions of humans on earth. Prudent angels carefully observed human behavior for hundreds of generations without opposing God's plan. But as time went on, many nonconformists increasingly wanted Gregory to live a life on par with humans. Azazel, tired and full of his lust and desire, suggested to his fellow guardians to descend to earth and free their lives from the commandments of the gods. This limits them. Everyone willingly accepts them, enters into a pact of allegiance, and immediately begins to track down the most beautiful women in the world, kidnapping them, and creating a world that has never existed before. I seduced you with a dark affair. Over the years, they have established themselves on the planet. Those who were originally destined to watch from heaven, contrary to God's law, now live with his wife, starting with the children of the terrible giant, who for many years were called the Nephilim. All the guardian angels taught all the hidden secrets of heaven. These secrets and customs were strictly forbidden for people to reveal because all this knowledge on earth, it was believed to be too much power for lesser beings who were not yet ready to accept it. Azazel had formed a large tribe of guardian angels who lived with his wife and children, but the children were hostile to human women and were not well received by so-called good people. It was not done. This is because they caused devastating destruction, and even worse, they started killing and devouring people. But there was no food to satisfy her disgusting hunger. As a result, evil, pain, and suffering on earth have increased significantly. The screams of the people were so loud, the cries of pain and despair so deadly that they could be heard near the sky. Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Ariel, who heard the abominable sound, approached earth to find out the cause of the four archangels' constant cries. They saw much blood spilled on the earth and all the disorder that reigned there, and the souls of the people were revived. Their voices saying, "Take our cause before the highest." Raphael, filled with rage at what he witnessed, flew to the throne of God and said to him, "On earth men suffer because of the wicked, who have left their place in the heavens, to corrupt with men's wives. What, do you not see all the injustice and suffering that is on earth? God responded by telling him to take all the angels he was in charge of and go to earth to look for Azazel to be punished for all the damage he had caused by breaking the divine laws. Raphael gratefully took his Creator's order and went out to find all the angels. He was in charge of them and gave them orders to conquer Azazel and prepare for a war similar to the upcoming battle between the evil ones and the angels of heaven. As soon as he gathered all his followers, Raphael went to God and asked what would be the end of the traitorous leader of the Watchers. And God said to him, "Go, bind Azazel hand and foot, and cast him into darkness." They opened up the wilderness and threw him into it, and threw rough and sharp stones at him, and covered him with darkness, and left him there forever, unable to see the light, and on the great day of judgment. Whoever leaves him behind, whoever throws him into the fire will heal the earth. The Watchers corrupted him and announced his healing, that they may be healed of the plague, and that all the children of men may not perish because of the secret which the Watchers have discovered and taught throughout the earth. Those who are corrupted by the deeds taught by Azazel will blame all their sins on him. So Raphael took the mighty sword of God and with a loud voice commanded the angels to descend to earth and conquer the fallen angels. The cautious angels lamented their failure to carry out God's plan. From the moment he pronounced judgment from his throne, none of them could ever see heaven, let alone return to it. Azazel knew that his punishment for Enoch was to intercede for him before God. But God had no mercy on him, for he knew that the archangels would bring him soon, because he was confused by everything that Azazel had revealed to the people. That is why Azazel took his beloved son with him to give him advice. Because when God's wrath came to earth, he found himself in a movie full of evil, but still completely exposed to heavenly attacks. Similarly, the fallen angel bids farewell to his wife and tells her that he will conquer the tribe once the secret is revealed. Being the most powerful on earth, Azazel was waiting for the beginning of a great battle that would determine the future of humanity. A strong light from the sky illuminated the huge mountain that Azazel was standing on, and Raphael appeared with a roar. The archangel said that your judgment has come because you are the leader of the wicked. You are condemned. Gregory stood up strong and looked at Raphael with disdain as he waited for the deadly battle to begin. Raphael had the help of other angels, but since Azazel was one of the most powerful archangels in the heavens, and his strength was unparalleled, he decided to face Azazel alone. Azazel was not afraid of the archangel because he trusted in the archangel's power and was mocking the kingdom of heaven and how limited it was to follow God. The Watchers do not regret their actions, and far from kneeling before God, they intend to fight for what they have built on earth, a powerful tribe that controls earthly riches and possesses heavenly knowledge. He said, Azazel used humans to beg God's forgiveness, but he challenged the archangel and cursed the exiled kingdom of heaven. Raphael began to attack Azazel, who was very fast. Archangel responded to vigilant and rebuked him, citing the traitor's attack on the Creator. After the attack, a great duel against divine evil began with a showdown between angels, and it was devastating. Both had great power. However, Raphael attacked more powerfully, forcing Azazel to flee several times. The fallen angels desperately attacked Raphael, but the cunning archangel dodged every attack and reproached him every second. In the abyss, Azazel's entourage faces a great showdown with Raphael, but with the help of Archangel Raphael's angels, they decide to take everyone with them to be punished along with their leader. When he was defeated by Raphael, Azazel, undoubtedly too smart and quick an angel, managed to outsmart his opponent, but Raphael, with the help of the Creator, gave him the final blow. When he finally defeated the fallen angel of the empire, his fate was worse than death, as the archangel Raphael bound his hands and feet by God's command. He has now become a devil just as God told him to do. The archangel opened an abyss in the middle of the vast desert of duty, quickly filled it with sharp stones, threw the archangel into it, and lived with another angel in the desert and its dark and stormy abyss. I filled it up, angels. Who followed him? Azazel waits for the great day of judgment and is thrown into the fire to be burned alive, so he covers his face so that he cannot see the light, and on the day of judgment, he is thrown into the fire. This marked the end for Gregory, who accused his leaders of leading them into sin. However, the condemnation of the fallen angels was not enough to end the evil and suffering on earth. So God gave the archangels the task of healing creation. The biggest concern and danger were the giant Nephilim who were trying to destroy the earth. Since they were virtually invincible, God thought the best way to eliminate them was to cause a great flood on earth. Furthermore, humans at that time knew all the secrets that were kept. The knowledge they were dealing with was so disturbing that God decided to wipe out all life on earth and erase all traces of the knowledge that Azazel and the other guardians had uncovered.